Destiny 2 Shadowkeep has been out for 3 whole days now, and I got some pretty strong thoughts about the expansion. If you want my short, sweet, to the point thoughts, I'll give it to you right now. The story missions are really fun, but the throwbacks to the missions are also a huge nostalgia trip on the moon. The moon destination is really great because it's a mix of old goodness and new hotness from the world design team. The ending has multiple people divided right now, but for God's sakes, people will get more answers with the rate as being and new stuff is unlocked. Overall, 8.5 out of 10. Whew, that is the fastest I've talked in a really long time. But anyway, guys, Shadowkeep has been out for 3 days, like I said. There's a lot of mixed feelings out there. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's go over the goods. Let's go over the bads right now. We'll start off with the good. The intro mission to this expansion is so goddamn cool. For the first time ever, we have the vast majority of Guardians flying down in different ships, Vanguard ships coming down. We actually have different people. We're not this solo god killer anymore. You see the entirety of the Vanguard's fleet just coming down, Guardians left and right coming down. They've got these Vanguard like bots going out and shooting Hive and stuff like that. You gotta reclaim the moon, and then you go down into the Scarlet Keep area, and it's just huge. It's so much bigger than anything we've seen in an opening mission before, even on the Tangled Shore. It is enormous, and the firefights and everything, I won't spoil anything for that. There's gonna be gameplay if you're watching, so you're gonna have to watch it anyway. If you just want to listen, I won't spoil anything story-wise, except for in a little bit, I'll give a little spoiler warning before I talk about the ending a little bit, because that's pretty big. But overall, the story mission beginning is fantastic, and it just kind of leads from there. Each of the story missions involves you going from place to place, helping Eris find and hunt down these nightmares. The first mission, when you go down into and try to find Eris, when you round that first corner and see the redacted thing in the distance, I'll talk about that more later, I literally probably almost defecated myself because I was like, oh god, we're finally going to be able to come down here and do stuff like that and like go into stuff, and Bungie's actually going into story stuff that they talked about before. There's continuity in our game. Continuity, for God's sake. It's so great. The mission structure is great. They're pretty simple. You just go in, find what you need to get it, and there's some grab and escape missions. There's some get in and kill the big thing. All the nightmares are terrifying. Just the overall feel of the psychological horror aspect that they said they were going to put into the game, you can really feel it. I got actually somewhat scared playing the game with the lights out at night and all these fucking spooky guardian things flying around and everything. It's terrifying. There's dead things just floating around you, whispering to you, and when you're patrolling on the moon, you can just hear these people whispering to you and saying like they're dying and that they need help and stuff like that. And moving on to the world exploration, the exploration on the moon patrol area is huge. It was one of the smallest places in D1 overall on the top. You know, you can go into the depths and stuff like that to make it bigger, but oh my god, the expanse that they made it now, everything feels like it's so much bigger. The backdrop doesn't look like a JPEG anymore. It's moving, it's evolving. It looks like real space for once. It looks like the moon, like you're actually sitting there, not just in just a section. You feel like you could explore the entirety of the moon. And the new areas in the Scarlet Keep and the Nightmare Hunts just keep this so much bigger and so much more enjoyable to walk around. Like, there's only 2 fast travel locations, but it's not as hard as you think to just sparrow around and look at the beautiful design, the beautiful stuff that the world design team has done so far. Overall, the story and lore is pretty great. You're on the moon trying to hunt down these nightmare incantations that are literally just minions of the darkness. Like, this is the closest we've gotten to the darkness in such a long time, and it's showing that right now. They are doing some more stuff with story when the raid comes out, and as at this point, the raid is not out yet, and there's gonna be more lore stuff, and I guarantee there's gonna be unlocks for the raid coming out, like new missions, kind of like the Dreaming City was. There's gonna be expanses going on there. There's gonna be ever-changing things. The Vex invasion hasn't even started yet. You can see on the map right now there are those little Vex invasion areas, but they haven't even blown up yet. There's nothing coming. There's no invasion. The Vex offensive hasn't been unlocked. There's so much more to this expansion we haven't even got to see yet. The gameplay loop is going to be introduced with Vex offensive and everything in the raid, and I just can't believe that of all the stuff we've gotten already, there's still more to come. Now we're going to talk about some of the bad, and that is mostly in the weapons area right now. What happened to the world drops, Bungie? There's only, what I've heard, 22 new world drops, which most of them are from the Eris bounties and the Eris quest lines and stuff like that. Most of the stuff you get while you're leveling up is going to be from Forsaken, Vanilla Destiny, and all of the old expansions and seasons like Drifter and Opulence and Black Armory. A lot of the stuff's not from Shadowkeep. Most of the legendaries that you're going to get are from old things, but I mean, I understand there's a lot more stuff that they were doing wise with Armor 2.0 and everything, and that's another good thing right there. But I just feel like they could have done a lot more with the world drops. That's kind of the thing that's bumming me out, that there's not a lot of new stuff. The blues just look fantastic sometimes compared to some of the legendaries we got, and that's always been an issue. They can't change it right now, and I really hope they change that in the future. Going back to the good, though, the weapons that Ares gives you are pretty amazing. Each of them has this unique look. When you go up to the nightmares, they start glowing. Each of them has its own quest line that you can do. I've actually gotten the Deathbringer exotic already. Dado posted an exotic quest video on that this morning. I got it shortly after, thankfully without any help from that video. It was really fun to get in there and do an exotic quest right off the bat, honestly. As soon as you finish the story, you can go and do that. So speaking of story, we're going to talk about the ending here, because it is both a good and bad thing. If you have not finished the campaign yet, please just go do that right now. Right now. Stop, pause the video right here. I'll even give you a second. Alright, it's been longer than a second, but I give you plenty of time to go finish it and pause the video. So we're going to talk about the ending right here. I, for one, am okay with the way that this expansion, quote-unquote, ended. The ending of it is basically you finally get to enter the pyramid ship that you saw at the beginning of the campaign. You go in there, the darkness starts taking over your ghost starts talking about all of the nightmares that you fight. You go through the fight with Fnatic, you go through the fight with Crota, and you go through the fight with, I can't remember the third thing that you fought in there for some reason right now, but there are 3 fights in there, and then you get to the cutscene where you see the dark version of your guy, your character, or whatever character you have, and he says, "We are your salvation." And first of all, let me talk about that real quick. Your Guardian talked way more in this entire expansion than we did in Destiny 1, completely. Destiny 1 years 1, 2, and 3, and Destiny 2, 1, 2, and now. I am shocked and surprised. My character is voiced by Matt Mercer, who is a fantastic voice actor. He did a lot of the Hive people on the moon as well, screaming. Not like the Hive, but the nightmares on the moon, screaming and stuff like that, and he did fantastic. But the ending was okay. It keeps it open. I've always wanted it. They don't reveal who the big bad is yet. We don't know who the evil is. We know the darkness is like the major evil, but we don't know who the big evil is yet. And I'm really glad they're leaving that open to finally going to a raid boss. I hated how in original Destiny 2 that we fought Gaul, killed him, he got into that big form, and he fizzled out. We couldn't go beat him in the raid. We had to go against Callus and stuff like that in the raid. I really didn't like that, but I'm really glad that for the first time we're taking what we fought in the main story and taking that to the raid and going to beat the shit out of the Vex and whatever darkness lies ahead. I am pumped for it. I'm not going to be playing the raid on day 1, but I'm definitely going to be watching the world's first race. Bless be to Dado, hopefully he gets it. But the ending was good. I know people think it's flat, and it just takes you back to Ares, but guys, there's still more coming. We've got to be just a little more optimistic than you guys have been, but I really think that Bungie's going to do a good job keeping what they like to call the single ever-evolving world going. And I'm really happy about that. Overall, the story was great, the guns have been good, the world drops and other stuff has been kind of disappointing. Obviously, there's some tweaks and some glitches and bugs that they're going to fix here and there. Having server maintenance down for 6 hours on the first day was a big bummer, but we still got it. I'm at max of like 904, 905 right now. I know there's other streamers in like the 920s, but I'm not a streamer full-time, so I can't put all my stuff into the game. Overall, I would, as I said earlier, Shadowkeep's an 8 out of 5 expansion. It has been absolutely fantastic so far. I think just a couple of the bad things brought it down, and if you guys have not played it yet, and you guys do have Destiny 2, it's free on Steam. Go pick it up, go play it, and if you like it enough, buy Shadowkeep. It's $30 on Steam as the DLC. It's really great, especially with the Battle Pass and everything and the Armor 2.0 implementations. We'll get another video talking about Armor 2.0 and what I think about that. This is just overall with Shadowkeep. I really enjoyed it, and if you guys enjoyed it too, please let me know down in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching, getting your daily dose of vitamin P. If you guys want more daily dose of vitamin P, please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. If you guys are playing some Destiny 2, let me know too. I'll hit you guys up if you guys want to play sometime. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and take care.